तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आज़ादी दूंगा. Give me blood and I shall give you freedom. These highly evocative words, spoken by a bespectacled man in his late 40s to troops of the Azad Hind Fauj, lit the fires of revolution in their bellies and ultimately led to the independence of our nation. The man, of course, was none other than Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23rd January 1897 in Cuttack in the erstwhile Bengal Presidency of British India. Having completed his BA, Bose went to England to study at Cambridge and prepare for the Indian Civil Service. But Bose began having doubts on whether he could best serve his country by being in the civil service, and in 1921, just before his final examination, he took the decision to withdraw from the ICS examinations. He returned to India in July 1921, all set to take the plunge into the Indian independence movement. The 24-year-old Bose met the 51-year-old Mohandas Gandhi, who was leading the non-cooperation movement, but the two differed on how to achieve India's independence. For Gandhi, non-violent means were non-negotiable, but to Bose, all means were acceptable for achieving independence. However, Subhash Chandra Bose decided to work within the ambit of the Congress and joined the party to foster nationalism among his fellow Indians. In 1939, Bose was elected Congress president against Gandhi's preferred candidate, Pattabhi Sitaramaiah. Seeing this as a defeat for Gandhi, members of the Congress Working Committee refused to work with Bose and he was forced to resign. At the outbreak of World War II, Bose launched a campaign of mass civil disobedience. He was arrested but later released. Although he was kept under surveillance, Bose escaped from India and travelled to Europe and then to Japan, seeking assistance to overthrow British rule. In Japanese-occupied Asia, Bose took over the Azad Hind Fauj, which had been formed by Rash Bihari Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose reorganized the INA and drummed up massive support among the Indian population in Southeast Asia. After the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which resulted in Japan's surrender, Netaji decided to leave Japan. It is believed that Bose died from third-degree burns on 18 August 1945 after his plane crashed in Taiwan. Even as mystery shrouded Netaji's death, the INA's heroic deeds inspired several mutinies in the British Indian Navy, Air Force, and even the police forces. With their grip on India loosening with every passing day, the British finally left India in 1947. It is this legacy of Netaji that has not just been neglected but also suppressed by successive Congress governments over the years. Indeed, from 1948 to 68, Congress governments spied on Netaji's family and even shared the surveillance info with the British government. But after PM Modi came to power in 2014, Netaji is being given the recognition that he deserves. In 2015, PM Modi declassified several files on Netaji and released them into the public domain. In 2018, PM Modi marked the 75th anniversary of the founding of the Azad Hind government. 3 islands of Andaman and Nicobar were renamed as tribute to Netaji. PM Modi inaugurated the Subhash Chandra Bose Museum at the Red Fort in 2019. In 2021, to mark the 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, the Modi government announced that January 23rd will be celebrated every year as Parakram Divas. This year onwards, the Modi government also began including Parakram Divas in our nation's Republic Day celebrations. PM Modi's efforts in reviving Netaji's legacy will go a long way in not only correcting how India's history is portrayed, but will also inform the youth on the many sacrifices that were made to secure our motherland's freedom. Jai Hind.